You're an actor who started writing his own roles, is that right?
Basically, I started out as an actor in the industry and wasn't necessarily booking any roles just because of who I am culturally and who I am as a person. You know, telling me I need to speak with a thicker accent for some characters, or some, like, basically I'm not white enough for the white people, or not white enough for my Arab people, and I'm too Arab for the white people. So I shifted to writing just so that I could write the roles that I want to see myself in and hopefully get them made so I can act in them. But it just became more of this producing aspect where I could also produce the work and actually get it done right. So,
and what are you working on now? There is 3 projects, you said?
A lot of different. I'm working on a feature that's been in development hell for 5 years in LA. I'm also working on a stage musical in London, a documentary in London, and a feature as well in London, separate from the LA one.
Wow.
But I also have a short film in production right now, which is why I'm also in Vancouver. So.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you talk about any of them? Any of them to do with the MENA?
Yes, actually, the short film, directed by the amazing Sabine Kahwaji, who was in the audience today. It's a look at 3 immigrant Lebanese people who live in Canada, who at the time of the 2020 Beirut explosion, their parents happened to be there, and they're waiting to receive a call to see the status of their survival. The short is called Al-Ittisal, which means the call. And it really is more of a, rather than exploring the trauma, it's more looking at the mental health aspect of things,
So it's
how you deal with that.
It's not a documentary.
No, it's a short, but inspired by real events. And for me, as also a Palestinian, dealing with everything that's going on in Gaza, because I have some relatives there, it's also taking that into account.
Yeah, and where, is this the premiere here?
We are actually shooting it in 2 weeks, so...
Oh, you're shooting it in 2 weeks? I'm sorry, I thought it was at this
I
festival.
wish. Next year.
Oh, it's in production here.
In production,
okay.
yeah.
So you're here to be on the panel because you were already in town, kind of thing.
That, and then I actually programmed for them this year, too. So I got to watch all the submissions and help them kind of come up with the final list of what they're presenting.
So how significant is this festival in terms of a Middle Eastern film festival in North America? Is it a groundbreaking one? Is it precedent-setting?
It really is, because I've also worked with the Arab Film Festival, which is the largest Arab-centric film festival in North America outside of the Middle East.
In San Francisco, yeah.
Yes, exactly. So this one I like, even though Arab Film Festival has kind of begun to program more just MENA inclusive film festivals or films as well. This one was really the first one that from the start was like MENA Film Festival. So we're accepting anything that's Arab, Irani, Persian, and all the other different cultures and ethnicities within the region. So it's really, I hope that they grow and grow and grow, because really their message is so important and powerful to the world of like, we create beautiful art and we need to get that out there.
And what difference do you notice between American and Canadian production of content about the MENA?
I've noticed that Canadian content is more accepting of telling these diverse stories, and because some of the films that got submitted to the MENA Film Festival, whether they got programmed or not, were Canadian based. So a lot of the filmmakers who were born maybe back home but now live here did some English/Arabic stuff in the works, whereas in Hollywood, at least, or the American side of things, you don't see that. You might see it in more of the independent film realm, especially coming from Sundance and seeing a lot of that, but there's still this like weird, I wouldn't say like juju about it, but like they don't accept it as often. Whereas Canada is more accepting and open to it.
And the UK?
The UK as well, although from some of my experiences, it looks like they want to kind of create or fund more stories based off of trauma or the experience of what it means to be this blended identity of like Anglo-Arab. Which is great, but also let's not focus on just the traumatic things and the bad, you know, because there's a lot of good that we can come across from it, you know.
They're kind of stuck in Hanif Qureshi's The Buddha of Suburbia still. Yeah.
Yeah.